I see a Twin Cities shirt, so a local.
So we'll get that. Names are updated. And as for lists, on our left with Alex, you have Quick Draw, and this is VI Quick Draw, and Q Signer Jameis Specialist.
Oh, shit.
Versus Keenan and a Deadeye Harpoon New, VI Vader with a cruise missile, and VI Quick Draw with a harpoon.
I like this.
Round 3 for day 2 has begun.
Oh, our clock restarted a little early.
For day 2 has begun.
We'll restart that. So on our left is Alex's list. Opening teams. We'll put in his quick draw first.
Pretty tight rock setup. Excuse me.
Well, they both definitely want it.
This will be the first game I've seen with the double silencers.
Oh, they're great games. Darth Vader is 2-3-3-2.
We've got another Imperial paint job here on the right side that looks a little muddled on stream, but the actual paint job really pops in real life. I'm sitting a row of tables away from it, and it looks really cool. This is the round where there's probably about 12 people around there, maybe 12 tables where people are really sweating it, because victory or margin of victory can determine who's making the cut and who's not.
Yeah.
Right. Long range scanner's gonna target a quick draw, which is not a bad move in terms of target priority, but the thing I don't like about long range scanners is it does kind of give away who you're going for. I know it's sort of obvious in a matchup like this, but it is sometimes fun to pull the surprise on somebody. Just open up the button.
So, Keenan's list is correct. And then for... The phone's just being up. Alex's list is a VI quick draw. Let's just confirm. Yeah, VI quick draw without a missile. And 2 Signer Jameis Specialist with fire control systems, advanced optics, and auto thrusters. So that's the PS4 silencer.
Okay.
You're kidding? I'm just going to cheat and do this.
Got one of the specialists coming up into the middle of the rocks here. I know I've missed a lot of second edition announcements, but have they said if the silencer is going to stay on the small base?
It sounds like it's going to stay on the small base as a resculpt.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they can rebalance all the game effects, but I think it will look better as a slightly smaller ship on the small base. Yeah, there we go. Get those models on the table. You pay for that plastic for a reason. In Episode 9, I expect Kylo's personal fighter to just be shaped sort of like the silencer, which is shaped sort of like the TIE Advance, just stretched out. I expect a really, really long and narrow fighter for him in Episode 9.
You don't think he'll fly the same thing?
No, because it has to get more extreme, because he's extra dark now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Did you like The Last Jedi?
I really did.
Okay, I did too.
I didn't my first time I saw it, but I went with a buddy, saw it a second time, and then went to the cheap seats to see it again. My third time watching, when I watched it in non-3D, I actually really enjoyed it, and the cinematography, and sure, there's some plot holes.
It's a Star Wars movie.
It doesn't seem as bad. I'm sure people thought the same thing of The Last Jedi when it first came out.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to think after my first view, but after the second one, I was like, yeah, this is good. It's not the best or my favorite Star Wars movie, but it's still really, really good. F the haters.
It's honestly 3D, like when they first started it, and it'd be like a special theater, and they'd like blow puffs of air, and the seats would move. That was a cool effect. You could see the hand reaching out. Now it's just meh.
When 3D is done well, it's really good, but it's very hard to do it well. Otherwise, it is kind of distracting.
And an update on our Winnipeggers. Josh is playing a Miranda, Jess, and Lowrick. Tom is playing a Miranda, Lowrick, and Fenn.
We got combat happening. We'll
and
have to get
Dory
an
has
update.
pulled Kylo Quick Draw and Countdown. We'll let you know from our roving reporter. So we have
Vader firing a cruise missile is what looks like what he's showing us. Thanks, Keenan. And we had a window popped up over our view of the stream, so I'll run over and grab a damage update after this one.
Yeah.
Spending a focus for 3. It looks like 3 evades. No, but nope, damage card's still going out.
Direct hit onto one of the silencers.
It's not a great start. Looks like we might just barely have range here.
Congrats, you've won your bet. Or lost it.
This is a real interesting pilot skill matchup. 11-4-4 and then 11-11-4.
Yeah. Most things that die are going to get simultaneous fire.
I guess we can start calling it, well, in second edition, it's initiative, not pilot skill, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that dice con got ever so bumped. Because they're not using it right now, I'm just going to shut it off.
It was just a camera, not a rift in the matrix.
Looks like 4 hits, or 3 hits. I love the white dice. I wish I had a set.
First round of combat, losing
a ship.
So this one may be quick. With quick draw, you're never out of it, but this is definitely an uphill climb for Alex now.
That being said, the majority of the damage is gone. Did quick draw fire his harpoon?
I don't believe so. I don't see a harpoon token out there.
No, I didn't think it. We'll update for the cruise, though. Imp Alpha has a lot of...
I'll go take a look at the damage.
So this might be the most wholesome game we've had on stream all weekend. It's 6 ships, all with arcs that matter. Proving that I didn't lose because of old jank meta. I lost because these are better pilots than me.
All right, it looks like Keenan did fire his harpoon, and his shields are a little hard to see on the stream here, but Keenan took no damage that round.
So he fired both his missiles, though?
Yes, the cruise and the harpoon, it looks like.
From quick draw or the row?
Quick draw.
So Rose got the only... Ironically...
Oh, no, it looks like Vader has the only missile, I'm sorry. Because we've got the flipped up one there.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. We might have been wrong about that cruise.
And all his ships are fine, and all of Alex's remaining ships are still at full.
Okay, I bet you we're going to see Alex fire his own harpoon this round.
Destiny Standard Pod Jar Jar. Destiny Standard Pod Jar Jar. We are about to fire your pod. Please go to the information booth. That is Destiny Pod Jar Jar.
If you're playing in Destiny Power Jar Jar, do you instantly lose because your pod is named Jar Jar?
I think we all lost because your pod was named Jar Jar.
Misa thinks that's a bad reference, betcha. Though I do a really good Boss Nass impression.
Showing off the day 2 corner markers. And I also see some target locks out there from last year, so got some definitely high skill players today.
Yeah. You know, despite all the hubbub that we heard from people complaining about who got tickets and who's going to get to play, I think the field it's not a bunch of randoms. It's some of the best.
No, my own performance aside, I just feel like the level of competition this year is significantly higher than last year.
Yeah. Thanks for the follow. Of course, Larian had that clip well in hand and ready to play. Mike deserves a treat, so I will show him. I did not realize the booth cam was on for this scene.
Oh, nice.
The audio for that is exactly how you could imagine.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good boss nass. Here we've got our shot.
Nope. Oh, it's just a model, no base.
Extends the focus.
Moving a target lock.
Looks like. Ooh. No damage.
Rough.
One, two shields,
Two
off
shields
the other.
QD.
Shields down on Vader and a crit.
Wait a minute, did they both roll 4 dice there?
2 crits. Oh, what is that? Stun pilot and...
And something.
So quick draw into quick draw. Range 2. Looks... Re-rolls into paint. They're clarifying on where target locks were. Whether it was spent and reacquired. Just a reminder, everybody, that is the proper way to do lightweight frame.
That's such a dumb card. He did it right, but just the design of that card is so bad.
Yeah. I get it. It's for things like accuracy corrector, you don't get it. Got a judge call waved off. Quick draw taking a crit, which is damage cockpit.
Ooh.
That's rough.
I'm gonna check the crit on Vader.
You know, I'm sure you don't have 4 of them.
Vader has stunned and damaged sensor array.
Okay, the damage sensor array is relevant. As is stunned.
Any shot that Alex takes at Vader now, though, is just a bonus for Keenan. Vader's done his work. That damaged cockpit on Alex's quick draw is a killer. I haven't taken a detailed look at the new damage deck. Is damage cockpit still in there?
I don't know. I haven't been able to see much of it. I may have grabbed this game because I looked at those lists and said, oh my god, this is wholesome. And that's when it included 3 silencers. This is wholesome now, guys. This is the best we can do. And one of these guys is going to make the cut.
Please report to flight control. Hangar Bay Pod Leia, please report to flight control.
Did you figure out which name you were in? Is it still Seven Sister?
Yeah, I think so. See, I'd sign up for Hangar Bay, but I have no idea when it would fire.
What was that?
I said I'd sign up for Hangar Bay. I have no idea when they'd fire.
Yeah, I mean, my name's on one, but I don't know if it's going to happen. It should, I think, but I might be playing during, like, the top 16 and 8. After this round, more space is going to open up, obviously.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind getting one in for the top 16 if Josh doesn't make it. Hopefully Josh isn't able to help. And
of course, hopefully he makes it.
That's what I mean. Hopefully he's not available to help. Hopefully he's... But that's more because I kind of want 10 more tokens.
You only need 10?
I don't know. I have to look again, but we'll talk.
If you only need 10, I can hook you up.
Yeah, some of the new stuff we've seen is pretty awesome. Here we see a whole wall of dice. Quick draw is dead for Alex. This is going to be a very quick game, unfortunately, folks.
Blaze of Glory. Let's do it, Silencer.
There have been a couple. If you check on the Reddit, I know the PTL guys out of Toronto created a really good Google Drive document.
Oh, cool.
It's like 12 pages of every screenshot that's existed. That community has been pretty good. And Devin, the TO out that way, has done a lot of amazing work at just building that community and making sure they're all informed. Which, I know, it's physically painful as a Canadian to say any good thing out of Toronto.
Did that gunboat shoot this game?
Because it just means, is that a blinking ghost over there? Or is that actual just tech?
I can't see it.
Oh. So our stream is based out of Winnipeg, up in Canada.
But we route the internet through Salt Lake City.
Yeah. I was quite thankful to our friends from the podcast formerly known as 3.2 Company, not only because they're fun to hang out with and drink with, but also because they brought this magical thing called the internet to us. See you, Larian. After lunch, we should be back with the top 16, then top 8, then top 4. Well, top 4 if we get the table.
Oh, okay.
I think we're going to let the players decide which of the two stream tables they want to play on, if they want to play on screen.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll get somebody for a 16 and probably a...
Player Gisley from the Leia Hangar Bay pod. Please report to flight control.
Gisley, I know you're there.
From the Leia Hangar Bay pod. Please report to flight control.
Worst case, I figure what we can do is just grab some beers and turn on the FFG stream and do our own commentary.
Yep. That's a good idea. That's a bunch of damage cards being laid out by Keenan. That's going to be the end of Vader. Which, it's pretty obvious how this game is going to go, but that could be the MOV swing that keeps Keenan out of the cut as he's going on with 2 losses.
Yeah. Because it can be one.
Because if you're a 2-loss player, you're going to need great MOV, and I without knowing any of the numbers, but if he'd been able to pull off a perfect 100-0, that would help him a lot more than dropping off of Vader.
Yeah, table is such a huge MOV swing. That one short judge is very loud. I'm very proud of how boisterous he can be. See, part of the reason I think I want to do a hanger bay is screw the prize tickets. Just to say I flew 3 Phantoms at Worlds.
Nice.
Ballpark about 35 to 40.
It's going to come in at a point. It's got the cruise missile instead, so I'll
34 by my count?
34, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm far from an expert on Imperial point costs.
And I just don't fly the TIE Advanced. So the winner of this game should be guaranteed top 32 and the lovely Worlds dice.
Is that how it broke down? Top 32 get dice?
32 get dice, 16 I believe get the dinner plate medals.
Oh, okay, okay.
For those who haven't seen, those medals are about as big as your palm of your hand as a Death Star 2.
Got the butt shot from quick draw, target lock for 2. Seeing paint, I think.
That's no damage.
Alex has much more honor than I do. In a similar situation, I would, just serve up the silencer and call it the early launch special. Let's beat the line to the cafe.
They're calling a judge to see if there's a target, or if there's an arc.
Hangar Bay Pod Wedge, please report to flight control.
That's the one right before me.
Hangar Bay Pod Wedge, please report to flight control.
We're just waiting for this determination. There we go. They're going to move. But the Death Star 2 was fully operational. I just realized I've eaten a bagel in like 12 hours. I'm kind of hungry.
Now, I did make my comment about Alex having more honor and, serving up the silencer. When I was confused, I didn't realize that his silencer was still at full health. I thought it had some damage cards on the hull already. Looks like he catches the edge of the gunboat.
Hangar Bay Pod Wedge, please report to flight control. Hangar Bay Pod Wedge, please report to flight control.
Mark, if you're Alex, what do you do on this turn?
Pray. In all honesty, he's got the right idea. Chase that row, get it out before it can get some missiles off. Looks like he can barrel roll for arc here. Oh, he decided not to go for it.
An update on Josh?
Yeah.
Josh has killed Lorik, but Miranda and Jess are at full health.
How's Josh's shit's looking?
2 shields off of Miranda and 2 shields off of Dash.
So Josh has taken barely any damage and killed the Wookiee in his game. That's huge.
It's a great way to start.
Did you see how Tom's game is going?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, I was watching his game. I'll go check.
Thanks. If Tommy Steamroller tables his opponent, he stands a chance at making the cut.
Nice.
Nathan Heidi, please report to flight control. Nathan Heidi, please report to flight control.
Nathan Idy must report to flight control and take a phone call from his mother.
You're in trouble, young man.
You were supposed to be home yesterday. Yes, anyone, if you've read the Thrawn book, he goes into detail about how the Imperial tactical doctrine is terrible.
The new one?
Yeah.
The new Thrawn book?
Great book.
I hated it. I expected to love it, but it was just way too slow. I didn't even finish it.
Oh, see, in my case, it was audiobook on the drive.
Oh.
So it's literally better than nothing.
Yeah.
Though the guy who did the voice for Thrawn had a very proper Thrawn drawl. It was sleep-inducing almost at times.
Too bad they couldn't get, oh, shit, what's his name? The Mickelson brother that did it in Rebels to read the book.
Ooh, that'd be a good voice.
Absolutely nothing has gone in Jory and the other guys. They've just flipped sides and are like jockeying for position. Right
For
now.
our Winnipeggers, Jory is doing the same thing he did in his game against Paul Heaver, which makes
That's
sense.
one with like countdown.
Please report to flight control. Nathan Heidi, please report to flight control.
Which is odd, because I'm pretty sure Idy's in the middle of a game. Unless him and Duncan decided to unofficially ID it.
I'm not sure what happened in the last round. Yeah. Maybe they just found, like they found his phone or something. And you can look up what table he's at. Come on, give me a break.
He's table 1 against Duncan Howard, because they're both undefeated.
That's what I mean. Why make the announcement? Just go talk to him.
Because your schools have started cutting gym and other curriculums. There we've got dice, but no damage.
Keenan shrugging at his green dice that I don't think have come up with a blank side yet this game.
When in doubt, roll well. I'll admit this game has gone on for about 10 minutes longer than I expected it to. I assume...
Okay, so Tom has lost Ben.
Getting another update from a Canadian local, I believe.
He's against Miranda, who has no shields left. Lorik is untouched, and he's against Ben as well. And Ben's into the hull. I didn't see him.
Tom's in a bit of a rough position with a Wookiee
you never
eating
want
most
to
of
be
the
in a rough
damage,
position with a Wookiee.
keeping Miranda alive and only losing shields. I'm going to assume it's something innocuous. I think they all say I have a bad feeling about this, but I'm sure there's something innocuous that's said a lot more often. Interesting. We'll try and get Rast in.
He's still playing. I'm just surprised he's not been picked up on the mic yet.
I'd say the Super Star Destroyers weren't, but the Eclipse was the terrible idea. As we continue the repositioning. Thankfully, we've got another Hangar Bay pod firing, so if this game does end...
Josh has taken out Lorik.
In Josh's game, the Wookiee is now dead too. And there is no person in this place that is ever sad to hear the phrase, the Wookiee is down. And
boosting silencer. As long as that gunboat keeps slamming, I don't know that he's going to catch it. He might need to think about trying to pull a surprise turn to put some damage into quick draw. I don't think he's going to catch the gunboat chasing it the whole game.
Yeah.
K2 or K4 on them.
Does the silencer have Talon rolls?
Yes, it does. 3 Talon rolls, 4K.
Honestly, I forgot to patch it for this one. So I was like scrounging this morning.
Hangar Bay Pod Wedge, last call. Your initials are CQ. This is your last call for Hangar Bay Wedge. Initials are CQ.
See, if it's me, I turn in with the silencer and just try to maybe catch quick draw off guard, get some damage into him, because you're not going to win chasing the gunboat, so hope for some good luck with rolls at quick draw.
Yeah.
Carlos Quiros, please report to flight control. Carlos Quiros, please report to flight control.
Thomas lost his spin round.
Yeah, we did that update. But thanks.
Sorry, line on it. Yeah.
How's Josh doing?
Josh has taken out Lorik, which is good. Yeah.
And Jory still hasn't fought?
Yeah, no one. Those guys are just like circling the toilet bowl right now.
In Jory's case, it is 45 minutes into the game, and no one has shot yet because they're both just, circling around like they're doing their own version of West Side Story. As far as we can tell, the damages are.
Is that quick draw clipping the rock?
I could see this intentional.
Yeah. Focus, so no instant shield shot.
We'll see you at in the cut, Lord of Britannia. Rerolls into looks to be 3 or 4.
He's debating on whether to spin that focus to get the 4 out there.
The proper answer is yes. He goes with 3.
If you remember which way I tore the paper, you'll be able to tell what the difference is doing. Huh? You could have wrote it out like this. Oh, yeah, just scratch them out each time.
Alex took 2 crits and blinded. Well, I guess that means he can't trigger quick draw second shot.
Dial I've ever seen.
You know what? I'm done with 1.0.
Judge, my opponent's changed this piece of paper.
I need to message the guy that was throwing all my shit from.
So here we are for damage. It looks like it's 1 point into the.
Fernando Carabas, please report to flight control. Fernando Carabas, please report to flight control.
I'm curious what all the call reports to flight control right now are. I assume it's interviews for players that have made the cut, but we'll find out.
Could be that. I know they were calling people up who had signed up for hangar bays and not showing, too.
The game next door to us is an absolute junkyard of ships bumping just one tight corner.
Which is exactly how Kyle Meidel wants it. He came in second at the Salt Lake Regional. The guy in the green shirt.
Ah. Here we see another turn in. Just a lot of jockeying forward position.
Actually, the guy with my dials is here.
Quick draw's gonna do the sleep.
What happened to your hangar bay? It's the next one up. What? Next hangar base mine.
Mine's gonna start late.
Yeah.
Attention X-Wing players. Kurt Larson is in the building. Please report to flight control. Kurt Larson to flight control.
Back
Once
to
more,
Doug.
Kurt Larson to flight control.
So how's everyone doing out there in stream? I'll be honest, this will be our last game. A little, not underwhelming, but obviously both players are... The Alpha Strike definitely set the tone for this game. Alex has done an amazing job staying in, considering. His piloting has been top-notch in keeping Quick Draw on his toes.
There's that Talon roll.
Yeah, with his banked tokens. I'm excited to see at least one TIE Phantom on the board over there.
Oh yeah, going up against a bomber.
Yeah, some people play fun list for Hangar Base.
Oh, I've got fun lists for Hangar Base today.
Well, apparently yesterday it was a whole lot of Keenan from Hangar Base.
I beat one of them. It was fun.
Nice.
No, I've got
I'm not sure. I assume that's he's got a target lock, and it's a target lock on the opponent, a focus, and a stress.
I've got a 2B wing, T-70, and U-wing list for today. I'm just showing off a friend's painted ships, and then a triple T-70 list for Hangar Base, so I'm keeping it super casual.
Those are definitely ships that are played for fun rather than competitiveness. I've only ever played against the U-wing once, and it didn't fire all game. It's like 3 hits into...
3 evades?
Yeah. Spends the focus for 3 evades. He's firing back. Rerolls for 2.
That's not correct. Quick draw takes a shield, and here we go.
Quick draw takes both shields. It should be all of quick draw shields from my look. For 3. Into the handshake.
Just a rough first engagement for Alex. That PS0 on quick draw was rough.